You look at me as though you have already passed judgment.
No, that is the problem. I understand you. Auschwitz taught me what humans can do when they decide another people are beneath them.
Then do not lecture me about hatred. I returned to Castle Wyvern and found my clan smashed to pieces while they slept helpless in stone. And that was only the beginning. I have lived for centuries, Magneto. I have watched generations of humans inherit the same fear, the same superstition, the same hunger to destroy what they do not understand. You have seen one lifetime of persecution. I have watched it repeat.
And so you concluded humanity itself must die.
I concluded that waiting for humanity to become better is simply another way of waiting for the next massacre. Goliath believes otherwise. He always has. How many times must humans prove him wrong before hope becomes foolishness?
Charles Xavier asked the same faith of me. I rejected it. I formed the Brotherhood, threatened governments, made humanity fear mutants before they could destroy us. Sometimes I was right to fight, but hatred is dangerous precisely because it contains truth.
How convenient. You condemn my conclusions while admitting the evidence supporting them. Sentinels were built to hunt your kind. Genosha became a graveyard. Humans have legislated against you, experimented on you, hunted your children. Yet now you tell me not to judge them collectively.
Because I know where that road leads. You attempted to exterminate humanity with Operation Clean Slate.
To eliminate a species that has spent 1,000 years eliminating mine. Do you imagine I wanted this when I was young? I wanted my clan safe. I wanted gargoyles free from humans who treated us as beasts when convenient and weapons when necessary. Trust brought us Wyvern. Compassion brought us hunters. And every generation produces another mob carrying torches.
Yet Wyvern was not humanity's doing alone. You helped arrange for your clan to be away when the Vikings attacked. Your plan failed.
I did not order the massacre.
No, but you cannot place every shard of stone at humanity's feet.
And you can? Tell me, Eric, when you speak of mutant superiority, when you declare Homo sapiens obsolete, is that philosophy? Or is it a frightened boy in Auschwitz, desperately trying to make certain he is never powerless again?
Careful.
Have I struck something true? You and I are not so different. We both learned that powerlessness invites slaughter. We both decided never again. The difference is that you occasionally meet a decent human and convince yourself the pattern has changed.
No. I recognize that the pattern is not the individual. The Nazis who murdered my family were human. So were those who resisted them. If I condemn an entire species for the crimes of its worst members, I adopt the logic once used against me.
And how many exceptions are required to absolve the whole? 1 Elisa Maza? 10? 1,000? Goliath points to every human who shows kindness as proof that coexistence is possible. I could point to 1,000 years of graves. Why does his evidence outweigh mine?
It doesn't. But your evidence does not justify murdering the innocent.
Innocent today. What of tomorrow? The child who smiles at a gargoyle may grow into the man who hunts one. You have lived long enough to watch frightened politicians turn ordinary people against mutants overnight. Do not pretend you have never wondered whether striking first would save lives.
I have, more times than I care to admit. And that is exactly why I distrust the thought. Fear allows us to punish people not for what they have done, but for what we imagine they may someday do.
Easy wisdom after survival. Those who preach restraint are rarely the ones shattered in stone.
You think I do not know graves? Genosha is filled with them. There are days when I would tear every sentinel from the sky and bury its creators beneath the wreckage. But vengeance resurrects no one. Not my family, not Genosha, not your clan.
No, but vengeance can prevent another grave.
And create 10 more. That is the bargain we keep making, you and I. We tell ourselves the next act of violence will finally make our people safe. It never does.
Then what would you have me do? Forgive humanity?
Never said forgive. Remember. Prepare. Fight those who threaten your people without hesitation. But choose your enemies by their deeds, not their blood.
And when humanity turns against your kind again, when another sentinel rises, another Genosha burns, will you still speak so nobly?
I don't know. That is what frightens me.
At last, an honest answer.
Perhaps that is the difference between us. I fear what hatred can make of me.
And I fear what hesitation can do to those I love.
Then perhaps neither of us survived without losing something.
Survival always has a price. The dead simply never have to pay it.